In Greek mythology, it's quite evident that the Olympians, such as Zeus and Hades, are the most well-known among the general public. But before there were Olympians, according to Greek mythology, there were the Titans. Standing 25 feet in height and weighing around 14,000 pounds, there was a total of 12 Titans, 6 male, 6 female. Now, considering how the Titans came before the Olympians and actually birthed some of the Olympians, I think it's safe to say that they too were quite powerful beings. However, if you know about Greek mythology, then you know that the Olympians, led by Zeus, overthrew the Titans after a 10-year war, ultimately imprisoning them in Tartarus. What's happening, guys? I'm your host, Jared Bronstein, and today we'll be exploring Greek mythology once again. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell to never miss a video, and stick around until the end of this one for some comment replies from a previous video. But now the reason you've all come here, we'll be asking the question, what if the Titans were real? And doing our very best to understand what life would be like if they were around in today's society. Born to Uranus and Gaia, originally there were 12 Titans. The 6 male Titans, Oceanus, Ceus, Cronus, Crius, Hyperion, Iapetus, as well as 6 female Titanesses, Tethys, Themis, Phoebe, Mnemosyne, Thea, and Rhea. My apologies if I pronounced any of those names wrong. Please let me know the correct way below if I did not say them right. Uranus actually hated his children, so he forced Gaia to keep them in Tartarus, which was located deep within her bowels, or the depths of somewhere. Some sources say her bowels, not 100% sure. This caused her great pain, so Gaia asked her sons to help kill Uranus by castrating him. Only Cronus was willing to do it, and after successfully overthrowing their father, the Titans were freed and became rulers of the heavens. Led by Cronus and his sister Rhea, the Titans were the new gods. But when Cronus learned that he would face the same fate as his father, with one of his sons overthrowing him, he was afraid. Because of this, Cronus swallowed all of his children when they were born, with the exception of one, Zeus. Cronus didn't know at the time, but Rhea saved Zeus by wrapping a rock in a blanket, tricking Cronus into believing he was in fact swallowing Zeus. It's believed when Zeus got older, he gave his father a potion that caused him to throw up Zeus's other siblings. This is what started the approximate decade-long war, which the Olympians won. Ultimately, the prophecy was right. Cronus was overthrown by his own son Zeus, just as he did to his own father. After the Olympians won the war, the Titans who took part in the fight were sent to the depths of the underworld, while the others who didn't participate were allowed to go free. Now, it's believed the Titans were immortal gods with magical powers of sorts, and much like the Olympians, the Titans who were birthed from Gaia, which means Earth, were all part of nature. For example, Cronus was the Titan of time, and Rhea was the Titaness of fertility and motherhood. In Greek mythology, it seems all the Titans and Titanesses were symbolic of the things that make up the Earth and the human race. So what if they were real? Well, it would simply change everything we thought we knew about the past. From evolution to the way the Earth came to be in the first place, all that information would go out the window. It would be irrelevant. If it was proven that these ancient Greek gods were in fact the creators of the Earth, in the sense that their mother, Gaia, is the Earth, and she birthed all the other aspects of herself, then we'd have to question everything we know. An extremely interesting aspect of the Titans is that they were believed to be very large, immortal beings, yet they were taken down by their offsprings, which means they may only be seen as immortal to regular humans. And it seems there is a consistent pattern with the fathers of the gods ultimately being slain by one of their own. Again, if this rang true, then over the years the pattern would certainly continue. Under that idea, who's to say there haven't been other generations of Greek gods that have continued this cycle of killing their fathers and ruling the skies? In simpler terms, the point I'm trying to get across is the following. If the Titans were real, then that means all of Greek mythology would have to be real as well, which means that following the Titans being overthrown by the Olympians, well, who's to say the offsprings of the Olympians didn't overthrow them? For those unaware, the family tree of the Greek gods is quite convoluted, with many siblings marrying and birthing children together. And if this common theme of the son overthrowing their father continues to be true, then Zeus would have been overthrown as well at some point. This would also mean that our world is still run by some of these gods, whether it's the Olympians, such as Hades and Zeus, or an offspring like Athena, or even further down the chain, someone would be overseeing the Earth at all times. And if this was the case, it'd be interesting to see how our society would change the way they currently handle themselves. Would everyone suddenly have an interest in studying Greek mythology and try to understand it more so than we already do? How would people try to please the gods above out of fear that they would be punished or sent to the underworld if they didn't? Considering how we're talking about literal gods here, there would not be stopping them with nukes of any kind. They'd be the most powerful beings out there. Yet this would prove to be problematic for those who refuse to believe in another type of god. Someone who is so dedicated to their religion would want to prove that if the Greek gods are in fact real, then their god has to be real as well. And who knows, maybe that would be the case. I mean, really, who's to say which god or gods are the gods that we must worship? The thing with belief of any kind is that it changes from person to person, and even if the Titans or Olympians were real, someone who believed in them would certainly act much differently than someone who doesn't. Even if it was proven with facts somehow, let's not forget, people claim world events and things like climate change never happened or don't exist. So to wrap up, if the Titans were real, well, it would ultimately change the way people live their lives based on their belief. If they fear the Titans or whoever it is that would rule the earth, they would do what they could to please them. But for someone who refused to believe that any sort of god existed aside from their own, or that no god of any kind exists at all, well, they wouldn't be as willing to live for anyone but themselves. Now, as always, I'd love to hear from you guys, so drop me some comments below with your thoughts on my take on this one. Do you believe in Greek mythology, or do you think it's all ancient literature that has no merit? Let me know why or why not in the comments down below. For now, we gotta reply to some comments from the video. What if Iran wins World War III? G said, this is some fiction on the level of Lovecraft. I mean, hey, we made a video of it. I'm not saying it was gonna happen. It was just a simple question, I guess. Personally, I think the US is a stronger army because Trump said he spent like $2 trillion. Alice Ellie said, this is not the vibe check I wanted right now. Well, my apologies, Alice. Maybe next time I'll vibe check you better. Zatrix said, World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones. Albert Einstein. I should have looked up if that's a true quote. I don't know if he actually did say that or not, but what does that mean for World War III? Like, is he implying that World War III is going to wipe out human race and we're going back to, you know, the times when we were cavemen? I don't understand. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Let's hope not. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. You guys have been watching Life's Biggest Questions. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. Make sure to subscribe and click that bell to never miss a video. Share this one with a friend. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.